This is Parent, Boss, Leader.
Parent, boss, leader.
And here's your host. She's a courageous voice for women, parents, and modern workforce leaders alike. She's a keynote speaker and proud mother of two, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at ATR International, Laura R. Munson.
Hello, welcome to the show today. I am Laura Munson, host of Parent, Boss, Leader, a very interactive podcast where I interview leaders across industries and we talk about various experiences. Today, I have Alex Diggs on the show. And Alex, I'm very excited to have you because your mom was one of the most influential people in my life. And I know you could say the same. And your mom was talent acquisition, major diversity leader at Medtronic, and really set the stage, paving the way for so many of us in the world. And it's super cool that you and your sister Ashley have followed so well in her footsteps. So really proud of you. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about you in the talent acquisition world, as well as being a recent grad, to talk about your experience post-pandemic, because it is a strange world out there coming into the work world. So great to have you, Alex. Thank you again. Tell us a little bit about your role. You're at NuVasive. What do you do there day to day?
Well, again, thank you for having me. And my day-to-day at NuVasive as an associate recruiter mostly revolves around working with hiring managers and finance partners to develop sourcing strategies for large scale and individual roles for our hiring efforts there. And it's mostly partnering with multiple different sides of the business to make sure that we hire the right people for our roles.
Very good. Recruiting roles are fun. You kind of sit the balance between knowing candidates really well, plugging different candidates into roles. It's super cool. So tell us, a lot of us have worked in the corporate world for years now, but for you, you kind of came in post-pandemic into this remote work world. What do you feel that's been like for you? And what's it like just always being remote?
I will say it's the only thing I know because graduating in 2021, I did my full senior year of college all online, all from home.
Wow.
So when I got my first job out of college, it was the same thing. So I've been in the same office now for, you could say, 3 years, which, and I obviously it wasn't much of a transition because I haven't had to travel anywhere or go into an office. So I don't know any other way.
Yeah, no, it's such a different way of thinking. Do you ever feel like you're missing out not being in the office? Do you wonder what it's like? Do you want a job like that? Or do you feel like this is just kind of life as I know it?
I think I'm definitely missing out on some spots in an office culture. You know, you don't get those casual conversations. You don't see everyone eye to eye or face to face. You can't, have those, casual, hey, want to go get lunch, and I think I'm missing out on that, as well as, being in a remote life. I don't need to wear a suit and tie to work every day, but me personally, I love dressing up. So, I think I'm missing out on that too. But at the same time, I think working remote has a lot of positives. For me, myself, I have a young puppy, so being home with my pet is always nice. And I still think I can get all the work done that I need at home, but definitely would not mind getting that in office culture.
Very cool. Sounds like you're flexible, which is
Mhm.
good. So coming out of school, going right into a remote role, what do you feel like you've done to be super time efficient and productive in your role?
Yeah, I say my calendar is my best friend, and not just from a work perspective, like for everything. It's great when you're at home to have, I won't say every little part of your day planned out, but as much as you can, from making sure you set time aside for your lunch break, or or just to stand up, go take a walk, have all your meetings set up accordingly for where you're not having to sit down and stare at a screen for more than 3 hours at a time. So most definitely calendar is your best friend, and making sure you set aside time, for yourself to get up, get loose, walk around, and you're not staring at a screen for way too long, because that's not healthy for you.
Yes, I think that's true. What are some ways that you stay super connected to your colleagues, say counterparts in the TA team, as well as hiring managers who you're supporting?
Yeah, definitely. For keeping in contact with other coworkers, I try to, not all my coworkers live currently where I live in San Diego, so I can't, say, let's meet outside the office, things like that. I try and set aside time, just, catch up, how's life, and really get to know them on a personal level. And, like for me, I'm a huge sports fan, and there's other sports fans within our group on our TA team. And to talk about that is so much fun.
Yeah,
And
I love that.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think it's great how you find points and areas to connect with people. I think that's what makes us unique, and really we can connect with others through common interests. One other thing I wanted to ask you too, I love on LinkedIn, your page says, diversity is an opportunity to be had, not a problem to be solved. Can you talk a bit about what this quote means to you?
This will forever be my favorite quote of all time. This is something that my mom used to tell me all the time growing up at such a young age, not even when I could even understand it. But just that's something that she instilled with me when I was so young. And I love this quote because it's not like a problem to be solved. I think in life, and especially at work, diversity is such a strong thing that a company can have to get different perspectives and cultures and ideas. And that's something that everyone should be open to and most definitely want to strive towards.
Wow. I love that. I think that's so cute too. Your mom basically saying that from infancy, you've heard it, and now you've grown up and you're living it. Because even when I reported up to your mom, I remember her saying it. She just had such a beautiful heart to really expand and pave the way for diversity. So I'm really excited to see you carrying the torch too, Alex.
Thank you.
What do you think, I guess, what's next for Alex Diggs? Say 5 years from now, do you want to keep expanding, say, in the diversity route with TA, or what are some dreams that you have?
Dreams I have, I definitely want to keep exploring, the diversity route. It's something that, really, I have a really strong passion for. And I just hope 5 years from now that I'm still engaged with people. People get into recruiting and HR and diversity because you love people. You want to see people succeed. You love having those connections. I hope 5 years from now, I'm still connecting with multiple different people, learning from them. Hopefully I can share some thoughts myself and just, networking as much as I can to, get to know more about whether it's, technology, sports, so, anything in the world. I want to learn as much as I can from others while, helping others out from my personal experiences.
Yes, and you surely will. You're a very passionate person. I think that you're really a huge advocate for people as well. In fact, for people listening, what's the best way to find you, Alex? Do you think LinkedIn or do you have any other web pages, anything people could find you?
I definitely say LinkedIn is probably the easiest one. If you go on my LinkedIn page, you're going to see a picture of me, seeing me. You're going to see obviously that quote that you brought up, and my LinkedIn page. I have nothing to hide, and I think that will definitely be the easiest place to find me.
Okay, perfect. Well, thanks for being on the show today. It's fun to hear about your perspectives in the recruiting world, recent graduate just being in a remote situation, and really you have your whole life and career future ahead of you. So thanks for being here, Alex. And if folks listened and liked what they heard, you can like and subscribe for more. And in the meantime, connect with Alex. Great contact to be had.
Thank you for having me again. I really appreciate it.